We're talking today with Virginia Dodge, president of VA Productions. Virginia, thanks for taking time today.
Sure thing, Dan.
Now, tell me where we are. This is a place you usually come to for Rotary meetings.
That's correct. We're at the Hendel House, a historic mansion here on Center Park area of downtown Reading, and it's beautiful here at the mansion, so I thought it'd be a great place to do our interview before my Rotary meeting.
And you do a lot of things with community groups and nonprofits, both professionally and personally. Tell me about the work that you do.
Well, our nonprofit clients will come to us for either doing perhaps a capital campaign video for them or some kind of informational marketing kind of video or other kind of fundraising video. Also, we'll do a lot of the annual dinners in the area for organizations like the Karen Foundation, Junior Achievement, All the Lead Boys and Girls Club, the YMCA breakfast, different things like that that we'll be a part of with our audiovisual end of our business.
Now, you do all corporate work too.
Correct.
And is that locally based, or do you have customers outside the area?
Well, our customers are all over the country, really, but even our local clients send us around the world, if you will, at times to do the work for them.
What's the most unusual place you've been to?
Gosh. Well, I thought Budapest, Hungary was very interesting, and working in Taiwan and the Philippines was very interesting as well.
Who sent you to Budapest?
That was back when it was Aero, but now today it's Teleflex Medical, or Teleflex.
Do you still do work for them?
We do.
How do you generally find work? Do you have a marketing strategy, or is it word of mouth and relationships? How does that work?
Being in business now for close to 20 years, it's really very much been a word of mouth and repeat business kind of opportunity that we've had that's been really wonderful. And luckily I don't have to really pick up the phone and do cold calls and things like that to try to find work.
Now, I know that you run this business with your husband.
That's correct.
Who's the boss?
Me, of course. He'll tell you that too.
He'll tell you that you're the boss?
Right.
How did you come to did you have to work that out with some kind of a formal document, or did your roles just kind of evolve kind of organically?
Well, because I really started the business initially, and it was really a year or two later that he joined in, it had started out as my business solely, and it just had a natural fit to bring his audiovisual skills into the business and to build it as one company. So that's really the reason why you could say that I was the true founder. But when we became incorporated, it was being a woman-owned business. We kept it 55% me and 45% him. So that allows me to say that I'm still the boss.
Right. Are there other benefits to being a woman-owned business?
There are. When you get the certification, it allows you to, when you're working with some government contracts or when you're working with some other corporations that kind of require that kind of relationship, so that can come into play.
Do you, and you're okay with that? You don't feel like there's an unfair advantage to be gained by virtue of the fact that you're a woman running a business? No,
but at the same time, it's interesting that you bring that up, because I really never felt like, I feel everybody truly is equal, so I'm not one to say that women or anyone else, whether minorities or anything else, I think we all truly are equal. And you're right, there really isn't needed to be that kind of leg up, if you will, in that regard, and as far as I'm concerned with business and such. So, but I guess somebody out there does think that it should exist, and that's why it's that way.
You mentioned government work. Do you do much of that? You've been on public contracts?
We really don't. We really don't get into the government work.
But are there some companies that have that requirement to seek out diversity and minority and women businesses?
Yes. I can't tell you much about that. I don't know a whole lot about that. But yes, there are definitely corporations out there that have that kind of requirement to have a certain amount of their vendors be minority or women-owned or something like that.
Right. What do you have coming up next? What kind of projects do you have in the pipeline?
Well, gosh, summertime tends to be a little bit of our quieter time, but we have a couple of mid-year meetings coming up in Boston and the Baltimore area for Teleflex, actually. And other than that, hopefully a little bit of vacation this summer.
Does a company like Teleflex, are they pretty much a year-round kind of relationship? They have you doing things regularly
Yes.
through the course of the year?
Yes, in fact, we just did a photo shoot, I should say we just did a photo shoot yesterday, and we're doing another one for them on Tuesday. So that probably is really my next project coming up, is next week.
So it's some photography, some video, some event planning.
A little bit of everything.
Well, Virginia, I think that seems like a good place to stop on. Thanks again for the time today.
Absolutely, thank you. It was a pleasure.